How's it going, everybody? So, around the 40th minute, I gotta be honest with you, I put down the camera and I just stopped recording. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts and my analysis of the game. And honestly, to put it simply, that was a bad performance. That was a very, very underwhelming performance by Manchester City. We are out of the Carabao Cup for the third season in a row. We are not very good in the opening rounds of this competition away from home in the last couple of years. So, looking at the final stats, Newcastle 6 shots, 4 on target, us 10 shots, 2 on target, 68% possession, 711 passes to their 338, 89% pass accuracy to their 83%, 12 fouls for them, 10 for us. And honestly, I gotta say it, I'm disappointed, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry one bit with the performance of this team. We had a lot of senior players out with injury and on the bench. I gotta say, I'm just gonna start from top to bottom with the players. Ortega had some great saves. Ortega had some great moments. I thought Nathan Ake was really good. Manuel Akanji was phenomenal. He was strong. He was physical. He was getting in there. Josko Gvardiol was fantastic, and I'm gonna get into Gvardiol later. Just you wait. Rico Lewis, I thought, was excellent in the first half. He was at fault for the goal. It was Rico Lewis's fault 100% for the goal. Yes, it's a team game, and yes, we did lose the ball, but you know what? I'm not going to blame Rico Lewis because it was just a simple mistake. He was trying to clear the ball, but instead he decided to just leave it, but he didn't see that Alexander Isak was right behind him. Sergio Gomez, I thought, had a decent game. He's definitely not a left back. I definitely prefer him out on the wings. Jack Grealish did nothing today. Jack Grealish did absolutely nothing today. Pitiful performance by Jack Grealish. Couldn't even beat Livramento and academy players on that right-hand side. It was kind of embarrassing. I'm going to get into Kalvin Phillips later. Matias Nunes, I thought was good when he came on. Doku was excellent when he came on. Phil Foden was Julian Alvarez practically did nothing in the second half. First half, I thought he was getting into some good positions, but the service was not there. The final passes today to Julian Alvarez, it just wasn't there. He had an excellent chance. He had 2 good chances in this game. All right, not great chances, but decently good chances. He had one where he had a shot with his left foot on an impossible angle, Sergio Aguero-esque, but he couldn't capitalize on it. I started writing down some notes that I have on Kalvin Phillips, and I didn't get everything, but I will say for Kalvin Phillips, he didn't do good today. I didn't really enjoy watching Kalvin Phillips today. I thought he lost the ball a lot. I thought he gave the ball a lot. I thought he showed no aggression. He showed no composure with the ball. The weight of his passes, every other pass, the weight of the pass was just terrible. So here's what I have, and given this is not everything, but this is what I have. Minute 3, Kalvin Phillips loses the ball. Minute 5-ish, Kalvin Phillips tries to use his strength to win the ball against Joe Ellington. He can't. He's not strong enough. But then Manuel Akanji does it, and he's strong enough. Manuel Akanji saves his day. Minute 11, Sergio Gomez loses the ball, and Kalvin Phillips was slow to take Alexander Isak down, and that was beautiful play by Josko Gvardiol, worth his weight in absolute gold. That defending by Josko Gvardiol, because Isak was shimming left, right, and center, and Gvardiol was unfazed. But that all started with Gomez losing the ball and Kalvin Phillips slow to anticipate. Speaking of that, minute 13, Kovacic wins the ball. Kalvin Phillips is slow to anticipate and to receive the ball, and Newcastle take it again. Minute 18, good pass by Kalvin Phillips to Oscar Bob. It was a good play. Oscar Bob was very unselfish to Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez shot it. I think it parried off of Nick Pope on the right-hand side. But that was good play that was good play by Kalvin Phillips. All right, very unselfish by Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob though was excellent. Oscar Bob, I loved Oscar Bob. He lost the ball I think like a couple of times, but it's an academy player. Okay, I'm not gonna really. That's why I'm like not too harsh on him and Rico Lewis. But minute 25, Kalvin Phillips tries to pass to Gomez. Terrible weight on it. We lose the ball. Minute 27, he misplaces another pass again. Minute 30, a terribly weighted ball by Kalvin Phillips to Ake on the far left. And then literally a minute later, a great weighted ball pass to Kovacic on the far left. All right, As I was saying before, every other pass is good and bad. Minute 38, bad challenge on Tonali. Minute 41, Gavardiol, terrible pass to Phillips. Not really Kalvin Phillips' fault. Jacob Murphy had a not really one-on, but he was on a breakaway. Great save by Ortega. Minute 44, great challenge on Joelinton. He won the ball. Minute 48, unnecessarily fast pass to Julian Alvarez. Yeah, I definitely remember that. He passed it to Alvarez at like 300 miles per hour. Alvarez loses it, made him look bad. Minute 60, he had a good interception. Minute 66, in my opinion, a pretty harsh yellow for Kalvin Phillips. The reason I'm saying it's harsh because Joelinton had a challenge earlier that I thought he should have been booked with, and Pep Guardiola was not too happy about that. Minute 88, good tackle on Anthony Gordon, miscommunication with Akanji, and Gordon takes the ball again. Minute 90, he wins the ball in an aerial duel. So I will say it was definitely not a 10, obviously not a 10, not a 9, not an 8, definitely not a 7. Maybe a 5.5, maybe a 6, maybe a 6 out of 10 performance by Kalvin Phillips. He did combine the ball well with Gavardiol, with Akanji, with Ake. He was getting into the right positions. But honestly, the way we played today, I'm not going to just single out Kalvin Phillips because all eyes were on him, because it was a pitiful performance by all 11 men on the pitch for Manchester City. And honestly, Pep Guardiola getting that yellow card was just the cherry on top, because Guardiola was pretty much the only player, well, the only Man City fan, player, manager, whatever, that showed passion. Good job by the fans. I loved seeing our fans cheering. There was a moment, I think, in the 70th minute where we were losing the game, and I heard the songs by the Man City fans. So big up to the citizens. We have such a great away support. Looks like Liverpool won 3-1. Arsenal won. So Arsenal's moving on. Chelsea won against Brighton, so 1-0 to them. Liverpool won 3-1 after conceding an early goal to Leicester City. So Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal, and Manchester United and Newcastle are all through to the Carabao Cup. I think 4th round. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, Manchester City is out. Let me know what y'all think of Kalvin Phillips. Let me know what y'all think of the performance. The bread and butter is the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. Our next game is away at Wolves, I think, this weekend. That is a game I'm looking forward to. That is a game where Erling Haaland is going to be coming back. Kovacic, I thought did pretty good today. Kovacic, I thought did pretty well today. In my opinion, an absolute bargain at 30 million. If you ask me, but regardless, we lost. Fair play to Newcastle. The last thing I'm going to say is fair play to Newcastle. Congratulations to Newcastle. And this is going to sound like a diss. This is going to sound like a pretty bad insult, but the way Newcastle performed that first half, I thought they looked like Real Madrid in the Champions League semifinal. Man City possessing the ball, Newcastle nowhere near it. I saw a graphic where I think Newcastle had it was like the 30th minute. Newcastle had like one touch in our final third. Man City had 80 plus in their final third. So it just shows you that our possession was there, creating chances, not necessarily that we have zero potency today. Zero potency, zero venom. Regardless, I'm not angry. I'm just very disappointed. We need to pick ourselves back up. Gavardiol, Akanji, I loved our defensive performance today. Rico Lewis, that was a bad mistake, but I'm content with the performance with everybody in terms of it being the Carabao Cup opening round, okay? This isn't like the semifinal against Liverpool, where if we performed like this, I would have been screaming for 15 minutes to you right now. But again, let me know what y'all think. How are all of you feeling? I want to read all your comments. Once again, thank you all so much for watching.